Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I'm not having difficulties expressing my thought. And it is exactly what I said it is. I wrote the comment under OSD comment section, and I asked him why he was doing what he was doing. He tried to redirect me to a video he did previously. I did not go to that video. I'm not giving you any watch time hours for garbage and trash because it seems like this whole sector, certain people in the sector feel that they're not going to get their YouTube diligence, their check on the 21st, or they're not going to make certain content because they don't really have any content. Their content is trying to tear someone else down. Their content is trying to clown other people, and they try to justify what the fuck they be doing. You know what the fuck you doing is wrong. OSD. And I find it kind of interesting that it goes back to what Angelo said. It goes back to that. You would rather attack a woman than attack one of those dudes over there that's dragging you for filth. You got people on this app who are men, other males like yourself, who are dragging you, dragging your name through the mud, and you haven't responded to any of those people. But you would rather try to tear down a woman in the sector. And it's just like the fuck I said. We got a lot of vampires in the sector. Now, I call myself Arabia Barbosa, the BT 1000, aka the Jeeper Creeper on this shit, aka Lucy the Vampire. Lucy the Vampire is a representation of what I experienced as a child growing up, going to a Christian church. Christian beliefs are pushed onto other people. In other words, just because I was a foster kid child and then later on became adopted, they enforced and pushed their religion onto me. So I was forced to go to church. I was forced to read the Bible. I was forced to acknowledge a God that didn't look like me. And as I got older, I found out that wasn't the right thing to do. So I no longer attend church. I no longer take communion. None of those other things. But those beliefs were so driven deep down, sometimes it's kind of hard to shake off the slave's master's religion, the slave master's a belief system, his colonization. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chat. And we're doing the same thing to each other. You know what I mean? He OSD was making good content until he decided to go after a young lady on this app. And I find it very unfortunate because that is signifying, that is telling the whole world you can't do content on your own. It might have been on your channel, but you can't do content on your own. You can't get the numbers that you need for your watch time. You're getting paid for doing this. You're a monetized your YouTube channel. Shout out to the chat, which I'm a member of. You know what I mean? Before he started clowning and acting like this, I thought he was different from the rest. He's not different. He's one and the same with a lot of people in this sector. But instead of attacking the men that's dragging him, he rather go after a woman. That's a more easier target. That's a softer target. Yeah, I think that's fucked up. And that's my fucking opinion. I think that's really fucked up. And I think that's unfortunate. But that is the common theme of what they do over here. And I put it on my community wall. And you will see the queen of the dam dancing. You will see the queen of the dam looking around and blood is dripping from her mouth. And you will see also what I typed onto that particular image, because that's exactly what's going on in this fucking sector. When new YouTube content creators get up here and they start doing content, you will see all kinds of people coming out the woodworks trying to destroy another human being. And I'm not getting up here and critiquing OSD. I'm just giving my fucking opinion. I'm giving my observation of what I see, my point of view. This is my random thoughts. No one else's thoughts. This is no one else's thoughts. But this is what I've been seeing in the sector for years and years since I've been here. And a lot of you, unfortunately, once followed after Kwame Brown. And being with him didn't help any of you. You got to understand, Kwame Brown is a troll. He is a clown. He's a payaso. He is a dweeb. He's a makundu. He's a vato. He's trash. He's pathetic. He's worthless. He's a drop shot, no-name, off-brand, drag nasty son of a bitch. And that's what a lot of you are in this sector. A lot of the men, so-called men, I'll say males. So-called men, I'll say males. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, but that's exactly what I believe. And I know I'm fucking right. I know I'm dead square on. And nothing's going to change my mind. Nothing. Nothing and nobody is going to change my mind about what I see in the sector. Do everyone remember that part in the movie? Exactly what happened to the Queen of the Damned? Does everyone remember how all the vampires, even though they didn't like each other, they didn't agree with each other, they were all different ages as to when they had turned and became vampires. But they had this concept, they had this belief that they had to hide in the shadows, that they had to keep their identities secret, that they had to feed in the darkness when the nighttime came. She didn't believe that. She wanted to rule during the day. She wanted to be in the sunlight. See, she had powers that kept her from dying when the sunlight hit her. Of course, she had to feed on the human population. But when she found it necessary, she went up after other vampires, destroyed them. She vanquished them. She expelled them. She made sure they were really, truly excommunicated because she killed them. Let's put it like that. So when all the vampires, the ones that called themselves the ancient ones, when they all joined together and they stood together, and she told them, she said, if you kill me, you kill yourselves. They didn't care. So what did they do? They went in for the kill. There was one that took her last drop of blood. And that's exactly what's going on in this sector. That's exactly what's going on in this sector. People attacking each other so they can get your position, so to speak. So they can get your subscribers, your people to ride with them. You got to do it on your own. Sometimes it's necessary to go after people, yes, especially if they went after you. But when I look over there at her content, when she first started out, she didn't talk about nobody in this sector. She only responded to Ears to the Street. Yes, she did. She had a right to defend herself. And I still say she had a right to defend herself. Shout out to the chat. Because there's plenty of you in this fucking sector that have done the exact same thing. Shout out to the chat. When someone attacked you, you didn't like it when it was happening to you. So how do you think another person feels? But a lot of people don't take that in consideration because they're trying to make their watch time hours. They're trying to get their YouTube paycheck. Some of you get paid once a month. Some of you don't get paid once a month, depending on how you're doing your content. And that's where I see it. A lot of vampirism going on. See, this channel is not monetized. This channel is not monetized. Even if I was monetized, I don't think I'd be doing some of the bullshit some of you been doing. And that's a reality. That's real. So I say it again, I'm standing on it 10 toes down. What I see that's going on in this sector. And I understand that if you use like a concept like this, let's say it like this. You get an empty building, right? You put 10 YouTube creators in the building. You lock the building. You make sure that there's no water, there's no food in the building. You leave them there for a whole week, 7 days. When you come back to that building to unlock the building, how many people do you think would actually still be there that survived the 7 days of being locked in a house with no water and no fucking food? What do you think you will find? First of all, when you approach the house to unlock it, you're going to smell a smell. That's going to be your first signal. When the door is unlocked and you walk in, you might not even want to walk in the building without a gun, without some backup. Shout out to the chat. Because you're going to find a few survivors. You might have 10 YouTube creators in that one house locked in for 7 days, no food, no water. What you think they're going to do? They're going to turn on each other. They're going to kill each other. They're going to eat each other. They criticize Jeffrey Dahmer, but we got a lot of Jeffrey Dahmers in this world. Hidden and secret. Some are living out in the open. I'm not talking about people that just go around eating people and cannibalism and all this and that. Whoop-de-whoop. No. It's deeper than that. It's what people's souls do. What your spirit is about. And if you're about dog eat dog, I gotta get this money regardless. I don't give a fuck if she's a subscriber or a friend of mine. I'm going to throw her up under the bus. That's exactly what a lot of you men are doing. And I find it is more common with the men to do it than the women. I don't really see too many women in the sector going after another female just to get a YouTube check or just to get some relevance. Shout out to the chat. Does that make sense? We got 2 in the building, but that's all I need. Shout out to the YouTube streets. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914, Westchester County, New York. I was having some technical difficulties, but I decided to hit the StreamYard button. I'll probably go live a little bit later on today, depending on how I fucking feel. But I gotta get ready to get out of here. I gotta walk back downtown. Shout out to the chat. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Shout out to the chat. Yesterday I did my video where I addressed everyone that I gave wrenches to because this channel is growing. Shout out to them. And I gave out 2 other wrenches. No, I think 2, maybe 3 other wrenches yesterday after I finished my video. And I think I can stop at the number I have right now, but the number can change again. Shout out to the chat. And I'm making my selection from the people that actually watch my videos, people that actually comment in the comment section, and people that have been with me for a while, people that have walked with me to my job, people that have walked with me to the store at lunchtime, people that have walked with me in the dark. Most of those people got wrenches. They're moderators over here. Most of them, not all of them, most. Shout out to the chat. See, I can tell who really supports this channel and who don't. You got some that actually donate to the channel. They donate to me, and I thank them very much. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. So it is what it is. 914, Westchester County, New York. So that is my point of view. This is my private thoughts. Everything that's on my community wall is a part of my private thoughts of what I think about this sector in private and what I see going on. And there's a whole lot of people out here that are really not talking about it. You know why they're not talking about it? Because they're participating. They're participating. Shout out to the chat. And that's a reality. And I'm not going to watch anyone that feels it necessary or deems it necessary to try to tear down another human being in such a way just to get watch time hours, just to get a paycheck from YouTube. That's telling me a lot of you would actually sell your soul just for YouTube money, YouTube check. I mean, isn't it enough that you get cash apps? Isn't it enough that you get super chats? Isn't it enough that some people actually donate to you through their bank accounts in a certain way? You're getting Zelle or whatever you're getting, PayPal, but that's not enough for some of you. A lot of you are really greedy. You're really greedy. You're trying to make that bag, but off the backs of someone else. You know, that's capitalism for you. That is truly capitalism for you. Shout out to the chat. But it doesn't work out very well. I have watched that with my own 2 eyes, and I experienced people losing what they thought they were gaining. And that's my opinion. Now, I don't have nothing against OSD. He's a cool cat. He's a good guy, but he going down the wrong path. He think he's doing the right thing. That's not the right thing. He feels that he's doing the right thing. That's just, I guess he's going by his emotions. I don't know. But I don't have nothing against him, and I'm not unsubscribing from him. I'm just letting him know I'm aware. I see what I see, and I got my opinion, and these are my private thoughts. These are my random thoughts, and I'm standing on it, 10 toes down. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. What you're doing is some fucked up shit. You say it's content, it's not content. It's gossip, it's garbage, it's trash, and I'm not gonna watch it. You're not a female, so I'm not gonna watch it. If you was a woman, I might consider it, but you're not a woman. And please don't act like damn. Don't start acting like damn D. Hey, what's up, Tay Ward? Good morning, Tay Ward. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta close this out because I gotta I gotta leave out of here in a little bit. But I thank you for coming in. Shout out to you, Demetric Jones. I know you're somewhere close by. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone that supports this channel. Shout out to everyone that gives me a view. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you coming to visit with me this early in the morning. Shout out to you. So I'm closing out this video. I hope everyone has an awesome day. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for your support. I appreciate your support. I love you. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And have a wonderful day, everyone. Even OSD. Have a wonderful day, sir. Shout out to you. Even though I don't agree with what you do, I'm going to agree to disagree. How about that? Peace. One.